swept in by Josh Karoma.
Flips this one in. Goes to the far post. Naviyama with the goal.
Hello, good evening all. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, obviously a few weeks since I last did any content. Obviously, we put a message out about that, but yeah, obviously I'm back now. And yeah, obviously we're back for the match preview to our game this weekend, of course. What we're going to do, we're going to kind of quickly recap, not a lot of time, but quickly summarize the games. Not that we want to do, because it's been pretty horrendous last few weeks, as we know, but it has to be done, and I'm gonna do that, and we'll obviously go through the game this week against Bristol, as we make the very long trip to Bristol to take on Bristol City. So yeah, but yeah, first of all, Aiden's in. He says hello, mate. Glad to see you back with live streams. Yeah, big up to you. Thank you for coming in. Hope you're doing well, and yeah, it's good to be back. Obviously, I've really struggled the past few weeks, so just haven't been able to go live, to be honest with you. So yeah, obviously feel slightly better now, in a better mindset. Feel like I'm able to go live, you know. So yeah, we're back. Well, anyway, so yeah, so you're going to recap the games from what I missed, and then we're going to go into the Bristol game this weekend. So yeah, obviously the first game after the Rotherham game was Coventry, 3-1 loss. Obviously, Coventry scored 2 goals, opening 25 minutes. Sims, what a great player he is, by the way. It proves if you spend money on quality, on proven quality, you get the result. Obviously, a brilliant striker. Not quite the Gyökeres that they had before, but he's still a very good striker, and you know, he had 2 chances he scored. I think, but again, poor defending, really, wasn't it, for me? Positive though, obviously, Healy getting his first goal. He's good to see him get his first goal, and he's definitely a player that is a proper poaching striker, isn't he? A proper quality, you know. So I'm really happy for him to get that first goal. And the Coventry to score to finish the game. Okay, we were never really in that game, were we? You know, obviously, never really felt like we was in it, even when we pulled the goal back through Healy. I don't think we were ever in that. And then obviously the next game, Stoke away again. This was definitely a missed opportunity. You know, going ahead. Great goal, by the way, by Bojan Radulovic, who got his first goal. So great to see him on the score sheet since signing for us. But again, it's that inability to keep leads. You know, squander the lead again. Was it 5 minutes into the second half, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Who they scored for them. It was a good goal, but again, far too much space. No one closing, just stood there watching, and I just think to myself, you've got to make it as difficult as you can, not just sit back, sit off, and we don't do that, and that's it really. And then the 1-0 win against Millwall, I mean, most recently, obviously, just last Saturday, wasn't it? Obviously, the weather was horrendous, obviously, very windy that day. It was a shocking game, wasn't it, really? I think Millwall... Well, I don't think, but Millwall just came for a point. There were no intentions of trying to win that game, and you know, it was such a poor game. Also, Healy coming up with the goal in injury time was, yeah, I think we deserved that win, even though we didn't play particularly well. I think we deserved it more than they did. So we left it very late, though, didn't we? Obviously, in injury time. So Reece Healy getting his second goal again. A real poacher's finish, you know, in the right place at the right time, striker. You know, I think we've got a proper centre forward there. We can really, you know, hopefully he can stay fit, that is, because obviously we know he's had a lot of injury issues in his career, especially his start to his time here as well. So, but yeah, Healy looks a good player to me. And then most recently, of course, Tuesday night. I mean, look, I just can't fathom this game. I really can't. Obviously, losing in these circumstances, I think it is pathetic. Really, it really is. I think the first half it was good. We played well first half, but we did play well. Koroma got a goal, nice goal. Good to see him score. He's certainly not been a favourite of Andre since he's come in. He hasn't really played him much, has he? He played a few minutes, but not as much as the others. But the second half, let me tell you, that was absolutely atrocious. It was atrocious. You know, was the penalty decision, Matos? I think it was a penalty today, because if it was at the other end, I think we all wanted it a penalty. We would all want a penalty for that. So I think it was a penalty. But that doesn't excuse what happened after that, by the way. You know, and the thing is for me is as soon as we concede, the players just lose it. They give up. They just can't cope with it. It seems, and unfortunately, you know, when you concede, you have to go again and regroup. And there's no leaders in this team for me. And it's just ridiculous. And like I say, Osmanic, who came on a hat trick in 7 minutes. I mean, honestly, it was embarrassing. It was such a spineless second half and unacceptable, to be honest with you. I just wish we could be in a better position, but it is what it is. Let's just say we need to win these 4 games. It really is getting tight in the bottom. To be honest, I've lost hope for this season. I mean, look, I keep, kind of thinking, yes, we won't stay up, and then I'm thinking, oh, we might be able to stay up because other teams around us seem to be constantly helping us out by not winning themselves. Or I know obviously Sheffield Wednesday picked up, but obviously on Tuesday night after that game, I thought that's it. But on Wednesday, obviously when the results came, obviously Birmingham lost. Thank you, Cardiff. Thank you, Josh Bowler. But yeah, when they lost, I thought, okay, then we've got another lifeline here. But ultimately, we have to do our jobs. I don't want to keep looking at other teams, to be honest with you, because I just think we have to do our job. And at the moment, we are not doing our job. Yes, we won obviously against Millwall, but there's just no consistency. There's no consistency in this team. I don't think we have to win. I'll ask everyone that question later, but I don't think we need to win all 4. I think that we I'm going to ask people a bit later on, how many points do you think they'll need to stay in this division? I have my thoughts in the back of my head, but we'll kind of go into that a bit later. But yeah, all goals, the goals that were conceded again, defensively, is just such simple goals that we're conceding at the moment. But yeah, I've lost hope for the majority of this season, let's put it that way. So I know what you're saying here. I really do. It's just so deflating at the moment. Yes, we won last week against Millwall, but like I say, it wasn't the best of games. We at the end of the day, it's about results, isn't it? This part of the season, it's not about even though performances would be good. I think ultimately it's just about results now. But yeah, it's one of those. It has been a horrible season again. Yeah, the 0-0 bit alone, written all over the Millwall match, but wow, important 3 points. But what did we go and do on Tuesday? Yeah, like I say, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, isn't it? And we know that Preston was going to be a difficult game because historically, we've never really done well at Deepdale before, have we? We've never really done well there. So, but it was the manner that we lost again. You know what I mean? We lose games. And you think to yourself, the manner of the way we lost that game was atrocious. So, yeah, we're just back to square one again, ultimately. I just want to say something. Who the hell is Diggs off and Keith asking for respect when you lost 4-1 in what is like a cup final? So, yeah, I mean, obviously the video circulated after the game against Preston. Thank you for reminding me. Not that I need reminding, of course, but yeah, you've kind of brought it into the conversation now. Yeah, I mean, look, for me, I never like to see players do this because I think that it shows a lot of arrogance, too big of an ego, and I'm afraid asking for respect when we've just capitulated like that in the second half, and we've had the season we've had. 9 wins in 42 games, and he's asking for respect. You've got to earn respect, and I'm sorry, he's because he scored 7 goals. He can do a bit of it, sometimes his skill, sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't. You can't criticise him. You can't do that. He scored goals for us. Well, no, he has been atrocious. I don't like his attitude, his body language. And when I saw that video, I thought to myself, yeah, like you said it, who the hell does he think he is? Who the hell does he think he is? And you know what? I'm glad he's alone, because I'm sorry. For me, he can quite happily go back now because he doesn't offer. People say that you don't know what he's going to do when he offers something that we haven't got in the squad, but more often than not, he doesn't deliver for you. He doesn't deliver for you. He's selfish. For me, yeah. But yeah, just on the thing, I think that I don't really know what was said between. I obviously didn't know what was said, the context of the situation, but the way I saw the attitude and the arrogance, I thought to myself, no, that's not okay. Fans, they've gone over after work, they finished work, they've rushed over, spent their money to watch, and he's asking for respect after we've just lost 4-1. And we've absolutely gone to pieces in the second half. I'm sorry. I'm not. I think that's just a disgrace. It really is. Yeah, I mean, I forgot to mention. Obviously, they were tired. That's what I mean. He's selfish. It's all about him. And I don't particularly think players like that in the dressing room are very useful or helpful at all for team cohesion. I think he just disrupts the dressing room for me. The way he is, very individual, and So I don't know why decision making poor, but like I say, he's not the only one. He's all across the pitch. Now, in that second half against Preston, we ran 5 kilometres less in the second half than the first. Now, you can look at this 2 ways. You can look at it that the players aren't fit enough, which for me, the players do not look fit. We can't seem to get minutes. We can't seem to get a good length of minutes out of a lot of this squad, before they're really tired, which is just a disgrace, really. I know that there's been a few injury issues some players have had, also like Bojan and Healy. Wiles, obviously, we signed Wiles, but he had a really bad injury before that, so clearly didn't do our research on him. Mind you, it looks like we just pick players out of a lottery, to be honest with you. We don't actually look at what they're doing. But that's another story. Or is this a sign of players not giving it their all? We're in a relegation battle. It should be a battle. We're not battling. We seem to be, getting like I said, the win against Millwall, fine. But apart from that, it has been very, very poor these last few weeks, and not good enough, in any stretch of the imagination. So anyway, we're going to get into the preview. We have actually spoken a bit about the games, and I just want to summarise what I missed really before we go into the next one. Blue Terry says Kieran Phillips has joined Sacramento on loan. Has he actually? Oh yeah, you're kidding me. Has he actually? Well, I mean, he is a player that obviously has had injury issues himself. We need. Yes, he has. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he has. Thank you for that. I mean, if you're talking about progression, I'm not sure going out on loan to Sacramento is going to do the kid any good, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Obviously, there is a link there, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see how he does then. But because you can't really judge how he does in a league like that. And my prediction: Bristol City 1, Huddersfield Town 2. Yai Mustafa. Well, that is very positive. I like your positivity. I do like your positivity because let me tell you, I can't feel that confident at the moment. If they're going away, yeah, I don't. But yeah, I mean, if that happened, that'll be absolutely. We'll all be buzzing. We'll be happy. Be a massive win if we can. But yeah, thank you for that. We will do predictions very later on anyway. But yeah, thank you for that early prediction there. At least he's getting first team football. Yeah, true. I mean, maybe I'm just being critical, but I just think for the lad to progress, I think really he needs to be. Maybe staying in usual surroundings, you know. But like he has gone out a few times on loan to lower league teams. But yeah, so no, let's just see what happens then. Let's just see what happens. But yeah, good luck to him anyway. And Ian says, "Me, I just want to ask you a question on Brighton Writer. Now that he's had a lot of games, what's your thoughts on him? Do you think he's the right man for us?" Look, I mean, for me, I'm kind of in two minds with this really because look, I don't want. There's been very questionable things that I haven't recognised since he's come in really, and I think that the results don't lie. And yes, you can say that he's inherited a squad that isn't his, and yes, you can say that it is difficult coming in, but. And obviously, if you have a full pre-season, I think that's when you can judge a manager, right? Because you have full pre-season, you can get your own plays in. Are we really best reserving judgment until next season with a full pre-season and things, and then seeing how he gets on to see the real style of player that he's wanting? Because, like I said, the way we play at the moment is not his style. I can definitely say that. He's just having to, do what he needs to do to try and get results. But the reality is we haven't got results, have we? If you look at the 9 games that he's managed since he's come in, we've won 2, we've drawn 3, lost 4, goals for have been 8, and goals against have been 15. Clean sheets 2, and we've got 9 points. So, look, it doesn't make for good reading. Is he the right man for us? I'm not convinced. Put it this way, I'm not convinced yet. That's for sure. I'm not convinced. I don't think. I just don't think he's utilised the squad. I mean, like I said, the squad is. Look, we know the problem with the squad, right? We've got a group of players that are simply, we've got the majority of that group can leave at the end of the season for me because they're simply not good enough, irrespective of what league we're in. I think that we have to, we have to completely get a good, maybe leave a few names in there, like obviously the key players. If they'll stay, of course, it depends where we will be playing next season. But if we can, but we need to start getting some players in that are quality. And yeah, so my opinions on Brian Mitre. Look, I have questioned some of his decisions, his tactics at times, the things that he's been saying after games and before games, having to go at fans as well for with all this sticking together nonsense. Look, I'm tired of hearing this sticking together now because the players need to look at themselves first and foremost. If the player's not delivering, and Andre keeps saying that, look, you need to stick together, and all this, I get it. But the point is fans are going to be frustrated when we are simply A, not performing, but B, most importantly, we are not getting results more often than not. So the patience from the fan base is obviously wearing very thin, and frustrations get the better of us, emotions do. And when we're watching what we've seen on the pitch, I think that sometimes the in-game management, though, I will say, is I don't really think it's been that great either. So I don't know. I'm not too sure on him yet. I think I kind of expected a bit more from him, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh. Like I say, he does need a full pre-season, and then maybe we should judge him. But I expected a bit more. I think I expected a bit more for sure since he's been here. Andre, in my opinion, hasn't had a lot of time. Yes, results haven't been good, but the squad is underprepared for Champions standard. Not convinced he would want to stay if we get relegated, to be honest. Yeah, that's what I've kind of, like I said, that's what I've kind of said. The squad is, it is just a very poor standard, isn't it? Very poor. But I do think at times, like I say, his in-game management. If you just look at solely what he's got, and everything, has he really been good enough? Obviously the results say not, but yeah, like I said, I don't think he will stay if we do get relegated. I agree with that, to be honest with you. I think he would go, to be honest with you. But anyway, so Bristol tomorrow. So let's have a look. So Bristol at the moment, they've won 3 out of the last 4. They've kept clean sheets in all of them, by the way. Now, they have beaten, obviously they're on the back of a 5-0 win against Blackburn. Like I said, for me, Blackburn are very cool. I'm not taking it away from Bristol. Obviously, winning 5-0 is no mean feat, of course it's not. But I think that Blackburn are really, really cool. Obviously, they are down there with us. So, obviously that was a good result for them. Then before that, it was Sunderland. They drew 0-0 away. They won, obviously, against Plymouth away. And then they won against Leicester as well. So our form isn't great, is it? So, anyway. Key players to look out for. Let me know your key players in the chat. But obviously the obvious name is obviously Tommy Conway, obviously their main striker. Obviously on 9 goals this season. Very dangerous. Knows where the back of the net is. Like I say, if we don't consistently, kind of switch off and not defend as a unit, then we are going to get punished. And like I say, if he gets a chance, he will be scoring it. So Tommy Conway probably for me. Then Naki Wells, a familiar name of course. We know him very well around these parts. We love him to bits, and obviously it's nice to see him doing well at Bristol. Obviously, he's scored 6 goals this season, so again, he knows where the back of the net is. We know that. And Scott Twine, obviously, has come from, I think he was at Burnley, wasn't he? I think he is a good player. Look, their manager obviously is Liam Mannion, decent manager to be fair. And their formation and their starting 11, I think their formation kind of differs, doesn't it, from time to time, really. Now, if we look at what they did on Wednesday against Blackburn, we will see what they do. But anyway, let's have a look at the comments. We are currently witnessing the downfall of our squad being massively underfunded for years. I accept to sign odd players from lower leagues, but for years our core has been players from League One. Yeah, I mean, listen, whenever I say, that, it is about the fact is we have really been operating in the wrong way, for you. Underfunded, the squad has just been underfunded, like I say, going for the cheaper options. Like I say, it's all well good as saying, we need to spend money in that, but obviously, we never really operated like that under Dean Hoyle anyway. Obviously, we've only just, obviously Kevin Nagel's only just come in, so we can't really, but the way it has been, this is the consequence of that, and I think the decisions, like I said, this season, from boardroom level, has been appalling, and I keep being told by other fans, you can't just, they've only been in the job so long and all this nonsense, I'm sorry, the writing is on the wall, I don't care how long they've been in. They've made countless errors. Getting rid of Warnock for a start was a disaster, an absolute disaster. If you want stability, Neil Warnock is your man. Stability just for one season. Neil Warnock is your man for that. I'm sorry, I don't care what he is. So to get rid of him like that is a disgrace. Then to appoint somebody that should not be, that is absolutely an awful coach. I proved to be Mr. Defensive mode, Mr. Negative, anti-football. Apparently he was attacking style, so that's why he brought him in, and clubs were queuing up for him. That's what we were told. Absolute nonsense, by the way. We kept him for too long. It was clearly not working, but yet they kept hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. Again, error. And then obviously we brought in Andre now, and the recruitment as well. The recruitment has been no different. Yes, people say last summer we did have a few restrictions in place. We still spent £1 million on Ben Wiles. £1 million on Ben Wiles. I'm going off on one now. This is really not a preview. We're just catching up from what we. But yeah, £1 million on Ben Wiles. We clearly didn't do our research on him, and he has been awful. He's been awful. Yes, I said that he did have an awful injury at Rotherham, a bad ankle break, and he's not really recovered from that, really, to be honest with you. But again, £1 million down the drain, despite us having restrictions on the squad last summer. So for me, bringing in Tom Edwards again, shocking. Whoever thought that was a good idea to bring him in? I know I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing. I'm absolutely disgusted. He is atrocious in every way. He's one of the worst so-called professional footballers I've ever seen. He is. So the recruitment's been awful. So that is already a warning. We have to rebuild in the summer, irrespective of where we are. And, that means a boardroom level 2 for me. It's just nowhere near good enough. We can't go on like this. Ollie's in, hello. He says hello to you, Ollie. Hope you're well. Thank you for nipping in here. I think we need some positive in this live stream. I would like to say to everyone, happy Huddersfield Town Day. Yeah, I mean, look, this is just sums it up, doesn't it? It's just constant negativity. Because there's just literally nothing to be positive about, isn't it? This season has been a disaster again. But yeah, it is Huddersfield Town Day, of course. Very, very, just even though it's not happy at the moment, we've had some good moments, and we're struggling now. Hopefully we can come through it and we can start to believe again. But yeah, Huddersfield Town Day, of course. Whose idea was it to bring Tom Edwards in? I believe it was Ronnie Jepson, was it? It was never Ronnie Jepson's idea, was it? I thought it was definitely Cartwright's idea. The Stoke link and all that, For me, Cartwright, Edwards, they have to go, I'm afraid. And that is one thing I'm certain on. Anyway, Bristol on Wednesday night lined up in a 3-4-2-1. And yeah, obviously, Naki Wells didn't actually start that game, so they are going to be interesting to see what lineup they play. They might rotate it, but maybe they won't, because they've obviously Naki Wells ended up scoring as well when he came on the other day. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, back to the Bristol. Look, Bristol are going to be a difficult side. Obviously, they're a very. I think what I say is they've never really been in danger of going down, but they're not top half either at the moment. Obviously, they've got a poor record on the top half teams, I believe. But obviously, they're sitting 12th at the moment on 57 points. So, yeah, they've had a decent season. Obviously, they've won 16. They've drawn 9, and they've actually lost 17. They've lost 17. They've actually lost 17. How have they accumulated that? But yeah, I think it's because we've had so many draws. That's why. Yeah. But anyway. But yeah, so they're an okay team. They're not going anywhere at the moment, but they're not going down either. So obviously it is at their place. They'll be full of confidence after the last few results as well. So yeah, we're going to have to try and we need a reaction, don't we, on Saturday tomorrow for sure. There's no question about that. So yeah, team news for us then. The press conference was today, wasn't it? Tom Lees and Jack Redone available. They trained today, apparently. So I don't know. I don't think they will be. Andre said they're going to assess. They're going to assess them in the morning, see if they can start. I don't think they'll start the game, but I think that they will obviously play a part maybe. Some bad news, obviously. Hogg looks like he's going to be missing the rest of the season with a broken shoulder, which is what was said today. I think as much as people like to criticise, and I've been critical of Hoggy as well, I think just to have him around the squad and obviously use him for a bit as well. He's a proper leader. We know how much of a leader he is, and I think it's a massive blow to lose him for the last few games, to be honest with you. And Radinho Balca, who of course we did sign, and yeah, he looks like he's ruled out for the rest of the season as well. So yeah, that's another blow. Like I said, we signed a player and he can't even stay fit for a game. That just pretty much sums it up to me. I think it just sums it up. And what was the point in signing somebody that has not even been available half the time? Same with Bojan. Bojan came in and it took ages to see him. He obviously played a bit and then he got injured. So it's just unbelievable, really, isn't it? So yeah. We're going to get into the team lineups anyway, so let me know your team selections. I know it's probably difficult to be fair because, like I said, the squad are just not performing at the moment. But we'll have to see who we think we should be playing. Ian says, "Now I laughed when I saw Balca won't play again this season. He went off because of a shoulder badge." Yes, he did. He did, yeah. And I just think to myself, what on earth is happening here? It's just baffling. What we've seen of him, he does look a good player, to be fair. He does look a good player. But again, reliability is not there. He's injured. And these players are not good to us because we haven't got the depth to be able to be able to fall back on others, have we really? So yeah, it's very laughable, to be honest with you, isn't it? Now, my team lineup for tomorrow's game, this preview is all over the place tonight, but it is the first show back, so I think it is one of those, to be honest with you. But yeah, let me have a look at this is my lineup for tomorrow. Now, by the way, I forgot to mention Ollie Turton being back in the squad. What a big positive that is. Obviously, he's had horrible injury issues, as we know as well. Very unlucky with injuries. Been out for a year, but did an interview on the town YouTube the other day. I had a bit of a listen to it about his recovery, and yeah, it's good to see him back. Obviously, been on the bench, hasn't he? So I don't. You know what? If he's ready to go, I don't think he will be. But if he is ready, then I would be tempted to put him in on tomorrow. But I don't want to rush him back, really, to be honest with you. But he is on the bench. He has been on the bench. Now I'm going to get into my lineup now. So, oh my goodness, let me take the banner off. There we are. So yeah, I've gone for a 4-2-3-1 for me, and I have actually put Radoni in just because I think that he hasn't been out for that long. I think Lees has been out for longer, so I don't think he will make it. But I think Radoni, if he's ready to go, then I think I would be tempted to start him, if I'm honest with you, because needs must at this point. So yeah, Nichols in goal, Spencer, Pearson, Hellick and Headley. Now, like I said, if Ollie Turton is ready to go, I don't think he will be. I think it's a big ask, isn't it, really? But he has been on the bench a few times. He was on the bench last time. I think he's been on the bench twice, actually, in the past 2 games. So yeah. if he is ready, then I would obviously put Brodie Spencer at left back and put Ollie at right back. Because like I say, I haven't been convinced with Headley, by the way. I think Headley's been poor. I think Jackson, for me, the past few games I've seen, he doesn't look great. He's even worse. For me, I don't rate Jackson at all. I thought there was actually a player in him, to be honest. I really did, but from what I've seen of him, I really don't think he's this level. Mind you, not many of his squad are at that level. So, but I think he's been very poor. Especially against Millwall, he was horrendous. So yeah, that first half, and for some reason that's what I don't get with Andre as well. He keeps picking players that aren't. I mean, okay, Headley's not much better, but Jackson had a horrible game against Millwall. He got took off, and then he starts him again against Preston. It's like, what? What is the thinking behind that? But anyway, I think Matos. Matos has been a bit under par recently, I would say, but I still think he has got the quality to play still, because, like I said, he does do some good stuff. I just think at times he has been a bit poorer lately, but yeah, I think I would still stick with him, to be honest with you. Kasumu obviously alongside him, and I've got Thomas, Redoni, and Koroma. I think Koroma deserves another go. Obviously, especially after he did get a goal, so I think that he deserves to have a go again. And I'm going to go for Healy. Now, obviously, I know Healy. I'm sorry, but Healy has to last a bit longer than what he's been having lately. We've been gradually giving him minutes. Now he needs to start the game for me, because he's the only player where I think he's going to get. I think he'll get a goal here, Healy, because he's the best striker. He's the best from what I've seen. He's the best striker we've got, and I suppose that's not really hard, but he is. He's one of the better. He's one of the better ones. So I think that we have to be playing him, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're getting to your lineups now. So Blue Terry says 4-2-3-1. Nichols, you've gone for Turton. I would definitely. If you think Turton's going to be ready, I'm going to switch Headley for Turton. I did say that anyway, but yeah. Pearson, Hellick, Spencer, and Matos and Kasumu as the DMs, and then we've got Bergzorg, Redoni, Thomas, and Radulovic. Yeah, so yeah, you've got. You know what? I think, to be fair, maybe give Bojan a start over Healy. Obviously, I went for Healy, but maybe Bojan starts, Healy comes on. But yeah, for me, I think that is a pretty decent line. Like I said, Bergzorg for me, I think he needs to sit out this game. To be honest with you, I won't be bothered if he doesn't play again this season, because, like I said, I'm sorry. Maybe that's being over the top, but I've just had enough with these players that think it's all about them and the attitude issues. I just don't think he's that great of a player, to be honest with you personally. Like I said, not many of these players are great players, but you know what? I've never really took to him ultimately. Bergzorg, I haven't. I've never really liked his body language or anything. So, but yeah, decent lineup, to be fair. Decent lineup, definitely. Aiden says 4-2-3-1. You've gone for Nichols, Jackson. Oh, Aiden, no. Don't do this to us. We can't Ben Jackson there. I'm sorry. If you've seen him in the past. Oh, no. But anyway, your opinion. Hellick, Lees, Spencer, Kasumu and Matos. They've gone Redoni, Koroma and Thomas. Yeah, and Healy leading the line as well for you. So yeah, you've gone for Healy too. I think Healy's the best option we've got up front. So if he's ready, like I said, we've gradually got it. It's not like we're just asking him to play a big role too early. I think we've given him gradual minutes over the last few weeks. So I think he should be ready to start play a bit more now. And we need him, really. We do need him. I don't want him to get injured again, though. So, but yeah, decent lineup. And you have gone for Redoni on the wing. I think he played a lot better on the wing, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Redoni can do a job there for you, and I can see why you put him there. So, yeah, I think that's a good shout, to be fair, putting Redoni on the wing. And yeah, see what he can do there. Reece Healy is one of the best long throws I've ever seen. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He has a very long throw. It's always a useful tool to have, isn't it? In a long throw. Not many players that do have long throws nowadays. There's the odd few, but there's not many about. So yeah, he does actually, to be fair. I've also dropped Pearson because don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's too slow in my opinion. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. Now, who have you gone for then? Oh, you've gone for Lees. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if Lees is ready to go as well, I know I'm switching my lineups around, but if Lees is ready, like I'm not. If Lees is ready, I would put him over to Pearson too. I think Pearson does have his deficiencies, and like I say, the biggest one being his pace, yeah, like I say, utilising him as a free on that side. I don't understand why he's playing as a wing back, because for me, he's just not good enough. The amount of times he kicks the ball out of play, it's unbelievable. These players can't seem to do the basics. That's the worrying part, isn't it? They can't seem to pass 5 yards, and it's like, how is this possible when you are supposed to be professional? I was going to say Premiership then, but I wish nowhere near. But professional footballers, supposedly Championship players. However, we do know that they are Championship players. For me, if Turton is fit, he should be starting. One thing Brian Clough always said: always pick your strongest team. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too hesitant to answer with the line. Maybe I've just kind of thinking my lineup a bit, to be honest with you. Okay, then I will put Lees in and I will put Turton in, because like I said, Turton is one of our best. Before his injury, he was very good. I just don't want him to get another injury. That's all. So Turton has been out a long, long time. So I don't know. It's just, but if he's on the bench, it means that he is, presumably, if he's needed, he's ready. So yeah, maybe this is his game to come in. But yeah, Brian Clough said that. I didn't know that, but yeah. Inside, I didn't start Headley because I think he's a lot better coming off the bench. That's why I started Jackson. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Jackson is worse than Headley, though. I do. I think that I'm not saying Headley is miles ahead of him. I'm just saying I think he's just better than him. Like I said, he's not my ideal choice. I don't think he's good enough, but neither of them are. That's why I want, obviously, Ollie Turton. Obviously, if he can get some minutes, presumably he's played. I haven't actually checked this, but presumably he's played a bit in the B team. I think he may have had some minutes in the B team. Well, he must have done, mustn't he, for him to be able to, he's come through that. So, so for me, I think I don't want to take a risk on a player and then but I think that maybe this is the game for Turton to come in over either of those, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm sorry, Jackson is just not good enough. Mustafa says 4-3-3. Thank you for this. Nichols in goal. Spencer, Pearson, Hellick, and Jackson. You've gone for Jackson as well. Blooming heck. I must be missing something, guy. Unless it's because we've got nobody else. That's why it's kind of a toss a coin between Jackson or Headley, I suppose, in this situation. But yeah, Thomas, Matos, and Wiles. I mean, Wiles. No, I mean, he's just nowhere near the level that we need at the moment. He just offers absolutely nothing for us. And I think, yeah, he needs to get fit. I don't think really he has the quality. But that might come back to haunt me, that. But from what I've seen, and yes, I know fitness, he doesn't look fit at all, to be honest. He really doesn't. He doesn't. He's blowing after 5 minutes and things off. Why is he playing him if he's not able to? If he's getting tired so easily, why is he playing him when he's not clearly fit? So, but anyway, this is your opinion. Kasumu Koroma and Radulovic. I'm presuming Kasumu drops back into midfield, and you're going to go with Thomas, Koroma, and then Radulovic. But yeah, thank you for that, Mustafa. Thank you for your lineup. Very attacking, I like it. Ben Wiles is okay when coming off the bench, but goes missing when starting. Yeah, I mean, it certainly isn't a starter. Yeah, when he comes off the bench, though, he just doesn't look on it at all. I think that he misplaces passes too much. I suppose you can say that about everybody, though. So I don't want to just isolate one player, but I'm just saying he has just come into the squad this season, and yeah, I don't see what he offers really, even when he comes on off the bench. None of the squad look fit. Yeah, no, they don't. To be honest with you, this is the lack of preparation that happened last summer, isn't it? No preparation, ready to go into the Championship. And I'm sorry, when that happens, I'm afraid you're catching up. And when you're catching up, you don't ever catch up, because you have to get that preparation. That's how important summer is in terms of preparation, as we know, because there's just no room to prep, to manoeuvre once the season starts with the amount of games you have to play. So, yeah, I do get that the fitness of the squad is shocking. There's far too many players, like I said earlier, that can't last the full 90. There's too many of those at the moment. By the way, Alex Matter's been poor in some recent games. He's good, and I don't want to say anything bad about him, but he's been poor since coming back in the starting 11. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I do agree, and I mentioned that a bit earlier. Actually, Matos has looked a bit jaded a bit. Now, I think when he was playing well, though, remember, and then Andre kept putting on the bench. Did that really help him? I'm not making excuses, because, like I said, I'm not making excuses, but he didn't play for quite a few games. Maybe he came on. I can't remember. But he didn't start quite a number of games, and because I remember questioning it a number of times, and because of that, has he lost confidence? I don't know. I don't know if he's lost confidence or if he's I don't know. And I think as well, obviously Andre has been doing double sessions, I've heard, training. Now, I'm not so sure about that. If the squad isn't fit as it is, why are we doing double training sessions? Because that's just going to make the squad even tireder. That's pretty logical, really. So if that is true, then I'm not too sure if that's exactly, well, it's definitely not benefiting the team, because they look really unfit, a lot of them. So, yeah. But yeah, he has been. I do acknowledge that he has been poor. I did acknowledge that earlier. To be fair, I did put that in, because I never sugarcoat anything that you see. I just say how it is. And Matos has been a bit off it, despite him being. I do like him, but yeah, he seems to have lost his mojo since getting dropped for no apparent reason. Because I thought he was doing very well, to be fair, before he got dropped. So. The fact that he got dropped, I don't get that at all. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Score predictions time, guys. Score predictions time for the game. We are going to wrap. Like I said, this show has been quite messy tonight, but it is my first stream back, so yeah, I'm sure I'll find my rhythm again soon. But yeah, it's been a bit of a stop-start stream, really. Probably hasn't felt like a preview show, but yeah. Score predictions. Look, I think one thing's for certain is we cannot afford to lose this game. Whatever we do not lose this game, because I think that the very least we have to do is get a point, because. Which leads me on to the question that I said what I was going to mention earlier. So I'm going to ask that question in a minute. But get your score predictions in. But yeah, for me, I think it's got a draw. Maybe I'm being more positive than I should be. But I don't want to predict a win because I think if we predict a win, I think we're going to win. Not that these players can be trusted to get a win because we've proven that we just get let down most weeks with this squad. So I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1. I can't see it. I just can't see us winning this. And I just want to be slightly positive and say that I hope we can get a draw. I don't know if I think we're going to get a draw. I just hope we can, because that wouldn't be a bad result, really. In all fairness, a point and then 2 home games after that, 2 massive home games, and so yeah, I think that's what I'm going to say. Blue Team says 3-1 Bristol City. Tommy Conway 2 goals, and Mate for them as well, and Bergzorg. So yeah, 3-1 score. I mean, another thing to say, losing 4-1 to Preston really took our goal difference, took a hit to our goal difference, of course. So that's not an issue when we're gonna, So yeah, 3-1. So maybe I'm being over. I think I'm more hoping it's going to be a draw rather than thinking it's going to be a draw. To be honest with you, that's where I'm at. I don't think I can. I don't think I can say otherwise. To be honest with you, like I say, our form doesn't say that we're going to go there and beat them. But maybe we can just manage to hold out for a draw. I don't know. And Hayden says, but I'm going for a Bristol City 3, Huddersfield 1. Goal scorer for us is Hellick. For Bristol City, Wells, Conway 2. Yeah, look, Wells is probably going to do something tomorrow. Every time ex-players come against us, they always seem to do something, like Dwayne Holmes did, by the way, for the assist that he made the other night for Preston. So yeah. Well, we're not. This is not positive. I know we can't be positive, guys, but we don't fancy our chances this weekend. That's for sure. Then, however, Mustafa has gone for a 2-1 win, which I'm loving this. And if this happens, this will be huge. This will be huge for us. I think it will really give us that big boost for the next 2 home games, which obviously. And it'll be a big step towards safety if we can get 3 points tomorrow for sure. But you've gone for a 2-1, so Radulovic winner. Nice. Well, so I've gone for a draw, Blue Terry's gone for a loss, Aiden's gone for a loss, and Mustafa has gone for a win. So a bit of a mixed bag there, of course. Now, just to finish, obviously, and I said this about this before, 25 points have been lost from winning positions this season. I think that is staggering. And if we would have got those points, I believe that we would be in the top 10. Now, it's been a problem all season, hasn't it, in terms of, when something goes against us, heads are down, we lose complete control. Not that we ever have, but you know what I mean, we get even worse and we just stop playing, it seems, whenever we concede, and I just think, the mentality, I think is really poor, really. But look, we can have a look at the table as it stands, guys. Not that we want to do, but in fact, I've actually uploaded the wrong thing. But in fact, we will look at I thought I'd put a graphic up there, but I haven't. But anyway, let's just have a look at the tables. I did want to bring a graphic up, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. But anyway, so the table, like I say, I can't believe we're not in the relegation zone yet, by the way, guys. I think, wow, how are we still out of it? Only just, though, by the skin of our teeth. Goal difference. But yeah, obviously Rotherham have been relegated since we last this stream. Birmingham have 42 points. Sheffield Wednesday, in fact, the goal difference minus 19 goal difference in Birmingham. Sheffield Wednesday have got 40 3 points, minus 31. Then it's us, the minus 23 goal difference, 43 points. Then Plymouth, who play tonight against Leicester, I believe, minus 9 goal difference. So they've got the best goal difference out of everybody, 45 points. Then we've got Stoke and Blackburn on 46. Stoke minus 19, Blackburn minus 15. And a bit, I don't think, 47 points, Millwall and QPR. So, look, I was going to ask this question. I'm going to ask it now, guys. How many points do you think we need to stay in this division? How many points do you think it will take? Because I've been thinking about this. Obviously, we're on 43 at the moment. Now, I think if we can win our 2 home games, so that's 6 points, and we can hopefully get I know people have said we aren't going to, but if we can get a point tomorrow, that's 7 points. That'll take us up to 50 points. Will 50 points be enough to keep us up? Let me know how many points you think we need to actually do this, because if we look at the fixtures as well, look at the running. This, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but we look at Blackburn's fixtures. We've got Leeds away, Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously they're probably going to beat them. Maybe not. Coventry at home, and then we've got Leicester away. Their fixtures are horrendous. I think that Plymouth, so they've got Leicester, Stoke, Millwall, and Hull. Birmingham have got Coventry next, with a game against Rotherham after that away, and they play us. We know they play us. Huge game that, and Norwich at home. And QPR, I think QPR, I don't think we should be looking at QPR. Sheffield Wednesday, Stoke at home, Blackburn away, West Brom at home, and Sunderland away. So look, I think the points. I think we definitely need at least 5 points to have a chance. I think if we can win our 2 home games, I think that will give us a good chance of staying up. I really do. I think it's going to take 5 or 6 points to keep us up. But yeah, we'll see. Hey mate, what you got to think of is, Huddersfield Town, we always do things the hard way. Yeah, we do. We've been accustomed to that over the years, haven't we? We never do it. It's never boring, is it, following the club? But we never do things the easy way, do we? So we're used to that. But like I said, having 10 out of the 12 seasons as relegation battles, it's just, I don't even know the word to it. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? I just think we cannot go on like this. And I mentioned it before, and this way is used a lot in football. Rebuild. We need a full rebuild in the summer, and I mean, get most. Mind you, I don't know who would want these players, but get most of these players out, and really start to take this squad seriously and take shape of this squad and really get some quality in there. Mind you, like I say, it just depends where we're gonna. So we can't really talk. But I'm just saying, irrespective of the league that we're in, we need to start. We need to rebuild completely for me. And like I said, new people in the boardroom as well. We need better. We need better guys. We can't trust these guys to make the decisions and run the show, because they're just not capable of doing it. We need people that know what they're doing. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Mustafa says Plymouth Argyle to lose 3-0, and we will go above them when we beat Bristol City 1-2. Yeah, I mean, look, it'd be interesting to see what the table will look like this weekend. I mean, it could look all so different, couldn't it? Come after the results come in. So we're just going to have to see. But yeah, hopefully Plymouth lose and we beat Bristol, like you said. I love your positivity. You think it's going to be 48 to stay in the division. Right, that's interesting. So you think 5 more points will do it, which is interesting. And Aiden says 49, so 6 points from the next 4 games. Yeah, 6 points, yeah. Like, so the game against Swansea and Birmingham, especially Birmingham, mind you both actually, but Birmingham, obviously we know how far they're down with us. They're down there in the mix with us. And I watched them the other night against Cardiff, obviously I mentioned that earlier. And they look very, very poor as well. So yeah, I think for me, I think I'm going to go with 6 points, maybe 7. If we can get a point tomorrow and then win our next 2 home games, then that will do us. But 6-7 points for me as well. So 49, 50. But you really think 49? So nice. Then we'll probably win 1 out of the 4 games, and that will be against Rotherham. Yeah, they'll probably beat Rotherham. We know we should have beaten Rotherham, but that's another story. But yeah, they'll probably beat Rotherham out of the fixtures they've got. And Mustafa says, get Charlie Patino from Arsenal after his loan off on there. Yeah, I mean, he's been at Swansea Anting this season. Yeah, I mean, obviously we can definitely utilise the loan market. Not really seeing much of Patino, but if he offers us something, then certainly. But yeah, guys, this has been a bit of a chaotic show tonight, but we got through it. Hopefully, we enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. We'll see what happens. I probably will be tearing my hair out come this time tomorrow when we've just played. But we'll just have to see what happens. That's all we can do. You know, if we lose this game, though, I really do think that it all depends on the other results, doesn't it, really? But I think if we lose this weekend, we can't keep relying on other people, though. We can't keep relying on other teams. If we can get a point, that'll do us for this weekend for me. I can't see us winning, but I think a point will be good. So yeah. Win, lose or draw will always be Huddersfield Town. Yeah, that is a lovely comment to finish this stream. And you're spot on then. Yeah, Aiden, you're spot on. So I love that. I love that quote to finish. But yeah, hope you all have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It has been a bit of a chaotic show, but hopefully, I know, mind you, I haven't really got time to get into the rhythm of things because the season's nearly out. But hopefully the next one will be a bit better. But I feel it's all right. But yeah, have a good weekend. Take care, everyone. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Obviously, it should be on Monday for the review. And hopefully we can speak about some happy moments in the game and a good performance maybe and a result. Who knows? Football continues to surprise us every week. So hopefully we can be talking and we can be happy, not the moaning. But anyway, have a good weekend all. Stay safe, take care. And I'll see you very, very soon. Good night, everybody. And come on town, indeed. Come on town. Good night and take care. See you later.